Young fans can listen to our announcements for our great in-game promotions that will take place on the field between innings.
Welcome to Santa Barbara and to the final day of the regular season for the Santa Barbara Foresters. Today, the Stars will welcome in the Coastal Dodgers for a non-CCL matchup and for their final home game of the year at Eddie Matthews Field. I'm Hunter Shoemake alongside Nate Martin, and we welcome you to Santa Barbara High School. Nate, final chance to tune up and get ready for Wichita here this afternoon for Santa Barbara.
Yeah, and they are rolling hot right now. The offense has put up at least 10 runs in the last 3 games. The pitching staff's been putting up a lot of zeros on the board. They've been on one, rolling hot, exactly how you want to be in your final week of the season before you head off to Wichita this Friday.
And here's the lineup for the Coastal Dodgers. Leading off will be Dylan Simon, the center fielder. Batting second, Jeremy Camarena to be at second base. In the 3-hole, the shortstop, Cal Whiff. To bat fourth, the DH, Josh Woodworth. In the 5 spot and at first base, Alexander Hajda. Batting sixth and in right field, Grady Wilson. To bat 7th, the former Forester, Cooper Carter, is the catcher. Charlie Potter is in the 8 spot, the left fielder. The number 9 hitter at third base will be Shane Grant, with Eric Anthony, the starting pitcher for the Coastal Dodgers. But today, Jaden Barfield, the lefty, will get the start for Bill Pintard.
Yeah, first start this summer for Barfield. We've mainly seen him out of the pen, and he's been really solid, reliable arm as one of the lone lefties you've been able to use. ERA just north of 3, really good strikeout stuff. Crucially limits the walks, only 3 this summer.
And here is Dylan Simon. First pitch from Barfield, and we're underway 1-0 to Simon, Cameron, and then Whip scheduled for the Coastal Dodgers. This Dodgers team playing with the Golden Coast Collegiate League. This is a non-CCL game for Santa Barbara. Their CCL season is done, finished yesterday. The leadoff man Simon ahead 2-0 on Jaden Barfield.
Should be noted, CCL season's done with a half-game lead over the Caneo Oaks and a 2-game lead over the OC Riptide. Those two teams playing right now, currently tied in the 3rd inning, 2-2. We'll be giving you live updates on that one as the game rolls on.
Barfield just found his first strike. 2-1 pitch to Simon. Up the middle, tough play for Esker, has to range over, and the throw will be in time, 1 away. Take a look at the defense. Caden Miller's at third base today. Esker at short. Terrence Kill remaining at second base. Caleb Hoover is at first. Vince Gambardella is behind the plate today for Santa Barbara. Makani Navarro is in left. Mick Paul is in center, and Brenton Clark out in right for the Stars.
Yeah, it's pretty, as you said, a lot of shuffling that's gone on, and there's only 2 available replacements on the bench, so you got to be careful with who you use.
Zane Becker and the switch hitter Sawyer Farr. We've touched on the last couple days for Santa Barbara, some guys that are home that will meet the team in Wichita, and just some guys that have been hurt over the course of this season. It's now 0-1 for Camarena. Strike 2. Cameron defensively at second base today for the Coastal Dodgers. The team has a lot of players that are just finishing up high school and a lot of birth years at around the 07, 06, even 08. So a pretty young team. 0-2 pitch, inside, ball 1.
Yeah, but Camarena is one of the veterans of this group. He's entering his senior season at Oklahoma Baptist. Also spent some time at Allen Hancock College, the CCCAA.
And with 1 away, 1-2 pitch to Camarena. Struck him out, 2 down in the first.
That strikeout brought to you by Lee and Son Plumbing.
First K of the day for Barfield. He's got 17 this summer and just 11 innings pitched. Usually has gotten at least 1 each game. You usually see that number kind of in 2, 3 over an inning, 2 innings. So very excited to see if he can keep up that pace.
That's going to now bring up Cal Whip. Nobody on, 2 down. First pitch inside, and Whip playing for Pepperdine this past year. Batting out of the 3-hole today for the Coastal Dodgers. 1-0 pitch to the shortstop. Popped up and fouled off to the right. Out of play, 1-1. Coastal Dodgers playing their 18th game of the summer, entering today a 10-7 overall record. It's Santa Barbara, this is their 34th contest. And remember, anything that happens today, you won't find on the official stat sheet. That is all finalized going into the postseason and Wichita. 1-1 is down, ball 2.
Gambardella, the man behind the plate today. We've seen him a lot more recently. Obviously played a lot at the start of the summer as well, and he's just a really reliable presence back there, usually the bullpen catcher and a really popular guy on this team.
Here comes a 2-1 pitch. Strike 2. Really nice changeup from Barfield. Got whiff off balance. But no one on and 2 down. 2-2 is going to hit the inside leg of Whiff, and he is aboard, and the first base runner of the day coming in the first inning with 2 out.
Ouch, that looks like it hurt. This hit by a pitch brought to you by AltaOrthopedics.com. Got hurt? Call them.
Yeah, just the breaking ball that got away from Barfield. It's going to be really tough for the southpaw on the mound. Going up against a pretty righty-heavy lineup, all 4 so far with Woodworth stepping in here, hitting it from the right-hand side.
Josh Woodworth, familiar name for the Forsters. They have seen Woodworth this season.
Yeah, started out his summer with the California Tigers on that July 4th win for the Tigers. Went 2 for 3 with a double.
1 on, 2 down. Woodworth is serving as the DH. And he is ahead 2-0. Nice stop by Gambardella.
One of these pitches from Barfield below the zone, ending up in the dirt. Going for chase, but if you're not getting the chases, you got to pick those pitches up.
Comes the 2-0 pitch to Woodworth. Strike 1, and getting good cover from Gambardella behind the plate. 2-1.
Crucially got the chase there.
Two and 1 the count. If Woodworth should reach, Alexander Hajda stands on deck for the Coastal Dodgers. 2-1 pitch. Drops in nicely from Barfield. 2-2. Wind's blowing out towards right center field. It was quite a cloudy day this morning in Santa Barbara. Some heavier cloud cover that we've seen in recent weeks, but is mostly burned off. 2-2 pitch. Struck him out. And Barfield works around a 2-out hit batsman. And we're scoreless through a half inning. Forster bats coming up next.
Lee & Sons Plumbing and Heating is proud to join the Foresters family of sponsors this season. I, Conan, a third-generation owner, was proud to coach for the Foresters for several seasons. Just like the Foresters are champs on the field, Lee & Sons are champs off it. We're experts in every type of plumbing and heating service and repair, from leaks and clogs to heaters and faucets. Strike out your plumbing problems by calling us at 805-965-9586. Lee & Sons, the champions of plumbing and heating. 805-965-9586. Stir it up.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
On to the bottom of the first inning. Xavier Esker will lead off for the Sturs, and the rest of the lineup will look like this. Batting second, the DH, Jack Holman. Batting third, Terrence Kill the second to be at second base. In the cleanup spot in right field, Brenton Clark. In the 5-hole, Mick Paul, the center fielder. Batting sixth, and at first base will be Caleb Hoover. To bat seventh, Vince Gambardella does the catching. In the 8th spot, the left fielder, Makani Nabarro. Number 9 here will be Caden Miller, the third baseman. The starter today on the hill for the Coastal Dodgers will be Eric Anthony, the right-hander, and he is very familiar with this field.
Yeah, he Zaring his just wrapped up his senior year at Santa Barbara High School. 6'4" righty. Had a career ERA just north of 2. Really nice strikeout stuff. Mainly worked as a starter for head coach Steve Shuck, who's currently manning third base. This is the third base coach for the Foresters.
Leading off for the Foresters.
This is definitely probably the best opposition he's faced at this field in his career.
Yes.
Esker.
So here is Xavier Esker. Esker had a wicked fast start yesterday, and really the last 2 days for Santa Barbara, jumping out to early leads through the first 2 innings. Day 1 against Menlo Park Legends, once led 6-0, and then yesterday led 5-0. See what the Stars can do in the opening innings against Eric Anthony.
Yeah, Esker had that double as the leadoff hitter last time to open up the game, and he's got some really nice pop, rolling really hot into this final game of the regular season.
And I know, Nate, we've talked about it, really, most games, how lefty dominant this Forester lineup is. And we were talking about the Dodgers saw 4 right-handed hitters in the opening inning, but just 2 right-handed hitters in this lineup today. Strike 1 on Esker. It's Esker and then Kill, who we'll see in 2 batters' time, but everyone else hitting from the left side.
Crucial, though, both guys on the bench can hit from the right side. Zane Becker's a righty, and then Farr is a switch hitter.
0-1. Into the gap in left center. It's a long run for Simon, and he will make the play. Good jump from the center fielder. 1 away.
We might have had another gap double from Xavier Esker to lead off a game, but nice tracking that time by Dylan Simon. Making his plays on the defensive side of things in this bottom of the first.
And here's the DH, Jack Holman. 1 away, nobody on. Jack playing in now his 2nd game this season with Santa Barbara. Sees a ball inside. Yesterday was able to reach once via a walk, came around to score. That's when he led off in the 4th inning against the Legends. Comes the 1-0 pitch from Anthony. Nice take, misses away, ball 2. Let's take a look at the defense after this next pitch from Anthony for the Coastal Dodgers. It's 2-0 for Holman. At third base will be Shane Grant. At short, Cal Whip. The second baseman will be Jeremy Camarena. Alex Hodgda is at first. The catcher, former Forester Cooper Carter. In the outfield, Charlie Potter in left, Dylan Simon in center, and Grady Wilson out in right. 2-1. Right side. Here's Camarena to his left. 2 out in the opening inning.
Now batting for your
Yesterday, the Foresters got the 2 outs with a runner on and then managed to score a few runs in that first frame. You got nobody on here for Terrence Kill, though, who's looking to take advantage, try and get on, and try and start something here and get some runs on the board.
Yesterday for TK, picked up 2 knocks, including an RBI double. Came in the 2nd inning, plated 2 runs, and a 12-3 victory against the Menlo Legends. What an offensive showcase it was for the Stars. In those 2 games, putting up 24 runs between the Legends.
He had 10 on Thursday against the Philippines.
Yeah. Strike 1 on Kill. Fouls off the next pitch, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2. As this is a non-countable game, and the CCL play finished for Santa Barbara, finishing the regular year in terms of CCL play 23-9. Just that half-game edge over the Conejo Oaks, and Orange County 4 games back of Santa Barbara currently, but they have been on sensational form as of late. We touched on it yesterday. Here's a 0-2. TK stays alive.
They haven't lost the game since the All-Star break for the Foresters, and teams behind them in the standings have also been red hot. As we said, the Oaks currently in 2nd place, and the Riptide currently in 3rd, playing each other right now.
2 down. 1-2 pitch. Strikes him out, and Kill will go down swinging to end the first. Quick work for Eric Anthony and through a frame. No score from Eddie Matthews Field.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
On to the second inning. No score between the Dodgers and the Foresters. Barfield will face 5, 6, and 7 Hodged Up, Wilson, and Cooper Carter, scheduled for the Coastal Dodgers as they play their 18th game of the season. They play out of the Golden Coast Collegiate League. And a ball down will start the inning to Alexander Hodged Up. And we have Jaden Barfield, his 9th appearance, first start, of course. This is unofficially. This is chopped left side. Here comes Esker, had to move in. Good throw, one away. But for Barfield, in case you're wondering why he's starting, touched on it earlier in the week, but Bill Pintard resting some of his starters that you would typically see later in the week. And we saw Crodell have a limited start. Kahalakai came in relief as well. In yesterday's ball game, trying to keep guys fresh, and that's why Barfield gets the start today, typically a reliever.
That's not to say Barfield doesn't have starting
Absolutely.
experience. He had a couple of starts in the spring with Oklahoma, including one in the SEC tournament. A win against Kentucky where he only allowed 4 hits, didn't allow runs, couple of strikeouts as well.
Falls behind 1-0 to Grady Wilson. Foul back, 1-1. It's even nice just happened to another lefty. I mean, even though he's been here the whole time, but the lefty arm is few and far between for Bill Pintard. 1-1, strike 2.
In your talk with him yesterday, you said, hey, if you,
yes.
if you know any left-handed pitchers,
Give him a
please
call.
hit me up, give me a call. There's still time for a left-handed pitcher to come in ahead of Wichita. I'm sure Pintard would be very appreciative of that.
1-2 pitch. Nice take from Wilson. 2-2.
Obviously, Barfield and then Bryce Navarre is the other southpaw.
2-2 for Grady Wilson. Here's the pitch. Strikes him out. 3 Ks already for Barfield. 2 down in the second.
That strikeout brought to you by Lee and Sons Plumbing and Heating.
With 2 down and no one on, that's going to bring up Cooper Carter. Touched on earlier, but Cooper last season was the bullpen catcher the entire season for the Sturs. And it's great to see him back, and we saw him before the game. He talked to us and said, head coach saying, hey, you get the start today coming back here to Eddie Matthews Field where you spent so much time of your summer catching bullpens for the guys down the right field bullpen. And he was at a 1-1 count now.
Of course, there's a lot of guys on this Dodgers team that the Foresters are very familiar with. Zeke Adderley, we saw in a Dodgers uniform before the game started.
Fouled off to the right now to play. 1-2 now for Cooper.
Also had Liam Keithley on the roster, though we don't saw him yet. And
And the 1-2 pitch is rolled over to Caden Miller, and he fumbled it. Can he recover? No, he cannot. Carter's able to beat it out, and a 2-out base runner for the Dodgers.
This is only the second day where Caden Miller is playing third base, and it's a really tough position to adjust to, especially when you're usually used to being at the receiving end of those cross-diamond throws.
It will go down as an E5 on Miller. So a 2-out error continues the inning to bring up Charlie Potter. Potter batting at the 8th spot, another lefty to face Barfield. Ball one.
One of a few guys in a row here. Play their high school ball most recently at Dos Pueblos in the area.
And a lot of Santa Barbara locals, either at the high schools, local city college. And Potter is ahead 2-0. And a nice crowd has filled in here, and even fans sitting underneath the trees on the slopes that are behind, actually all the concrete, sitting up in the dirt and lawn chairs under the nice oak trees, getting some nice shade in this midday game. Lifted into left field, and the Barrow slides over, but it's going to be Mick Paul to camp out under it, and the inning is over. Barfield works around a 2-out error, and through 1.5, no score in Santa Barbara.
It's out of here. It's tough to tell whether that's another Foresters home run or one of the many flights going out of the Santa Barbara airport. With 22 daily departures and 11 direct destinations, including Chicago, Dallas, Las Vegas, San Diego, and Seattle, there's no need to drive and fly when you can take off local at the Santa Barbara airport. Prepare for a departure from the usual travel experience. Choose SBA and depart differently. A proud partner of the Santa Barbara Foresters.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
Bottom of 2, no score. Brenton Clark, Mick Paul, Caleb Hoover will be coming up to get their first look at Eric Anthony, who worked efficiently and just had to face 3 in the opening inning. Both starting pitchers looking pretty solid.
Yeah, and Anthony especially. Now, this is a guy who only just graduated high school, and here he is facing some of the best bats in the CCL.
One of the toughest outs in the CCL now at the plate. On base percentage of .531 through the course of 31 games. It's at a 1-0 count. And yesterday, nothing new for Brenton Clark. He went 3 for 4, including a bunt single that was perfect on the third baseline. Played at 2 runs as well.
So many times we've seen Brenton Clark just kind of lay down a perfect bunt.
Also had a stolen base to his docket yesterday. This is up the middle. It's a base hit. First knock of the day for either side. Coming in the leadoff fashion, starts the second, and Clark, you nearly thought too, took a massive turn at first, but holds up.
Something we've kind of noticed from him as the season's gone on, you know, is that Brenton Clark always tries to turn a single into extra bases. He takes a pretty wide turn usually at first and feels like he can't make it. A lot of the times he does eventually retreat back, which is the right call, and he's just such an impressive runner. Wouldn't be surprised to see him take off at some point during this at-bat with McPaul on the plate.
So here's Paul, 1 on, nobody out. And no one else would rather have it to play with a base runner on ground, just a man at first base. But Mick brought home 4 runs yesterday. 3 hits, including a double in the opening inning, which brought home 2 down the right field line. And Paul still, in terms of other guys such as Brendan Clark, who has been here the entire time, one of the still more recent additions. That's down in the dirt and 2-0 for Mick.
Clark was thinking about taking off there.
After McPaul, Caleb Hoover stands on deck for the Sturs. Looking to strike first and put up the first runs in this ball game. And will we see Clark take off? 10 stolen bags on the year. 2-0 pitch. Ball 3.
Really, Cooper Carter, catcher behind the plate here today, knows better than anyone that the Foresters have faced this summer that they like to steal bases. Obviously, the bullpen catcher for Santa Barbara last summer and facing his old team today.
3-0 pitch is away, ball 4. So a leadoff single and a 4-pitch walk to Paul. Put 2 on, nobody out.
Now batting.
It's going to be tough for
baseman, number 14, Caleb
pitcher to settle back in here. Anthony, he gave up the leadoff hit and then 4-pitch walk. Now here's another tough get, and Caleb Hoover.
And Hoover has been seeing the ball better and better in recent weeks and touched on it yesterday with his broken hand mid-April. And with that injury, you're not seeing live ABs, you're not swinging, and then took his first swings this season in early June before the season started, and starting to see the ball better, and you can see it in what he does during batting practice and what he's been able to do during games and putting balls in play and hard hit balls at that.
You know, some of the interns got the opportunity to take BP today.
It's a 1-0. Check swing, but down to Grant. He's going to charge in, retire Hoover, but it is a successful out. Pretty much a sacrifice for Caleb, 1 away.
Yeah, might as well lay down the bunt there. You put 2 in a scoring position. Productive out for Caleb Hoover.
That's now going to bring up Vince Gambardella. 2 on, nobody out, and you can already hear the ovation for Vince in this stadium. Vince not shying away, lifts it into the gap in left center field. Extra bases coming up for Gambardella, and 2 runs are coming in. 2-0 Santa Barbara. Gambardella, 2-run double.
Now batting, brought to you by Ablitz Cleaners.
And the bullpen is loving it for Santa Barbara.
Yeah, I mean, this is a guy who spent so much time with the pitchers. Won a couple weeks in a row without appearing in a game, and he's been called upon a lot recently in the last couple weeks, and he's picked up the phone, hitting .353 in the CCL season.
Pushes in the first runs for the Sturs. First pitch to Makani Navarro, misses away, ball 1. And if you were with us yesterday, we saw Navarro entered a pinch run for Nate Castillon, and Nate took pitch in the face yesterday in the opening inning. And we hope all the best to Nate. He's okay. It's a 1-0. Is down, and he's not here currently. But Navarro, since he took over in that ball game, went 3 for 4. Really could have been 4 for 4 after a great jumping play by the second baseman to rob McConney of a base hit. So McConney could have easily gone 4 for 4, but had 3 knocks yesterday. It's a 2-0. Outside first, strike 1.
Both of these guys, the man on second, Gambardella, and Navarro, a lot of run at the start of a season, and then for different reasons, kind of saw their names out of the lineup. Both of them, since getting called upon recently, have really done a great job.
Comes 2-1 pitch. Left side, it's going to be Cal Whiff. Runner's going to hold, and the shortstop will retire. Navarro, 2 down.
Now batting for the Foresters, the third baseman, number 4.
That's going to bring up Caden Miller.
Miller.
Already 2 runs in. Can Miller make it 3?
Yeah, Miller had 2-run single last time played yesterday afternoon.
2 down man at second. First pitch is located. 85 from Anthony. 0-1.
The last of 6 lefties in the row in the lineup.
4 through 9, all hit from the left side. Remember, it's just Esker and Kill, the number 1 and number 3 batters, hitting from the right side today. Good pitch at 77, strike 1.
A really nice breaking ball. Haven't seen that too much from him this inning, and it's a nice pitch.
All right, that's now an 0-2 for Caden Miller. And it's second, 2 down, 0-2 pitch. Into center field, out there is Simon into the gap, will make the catch on the run to retire the side. Nice play from Dylan in center. But Vince Gambardella brings home a pair, and we're on to the third. Sturs on top 2-0.
It's out of here. It's tough to tell whether that's another Foresters home run or one of the many flights going out of the Santa Barbara airport. With 22 daily departures and 11 direct destinations, including Chicago, Dallas, Las Vegas, San Diego, and Seattle, there's no need to drive and fly when you can take off local at the Santa Barbara airport. Prepare for a departure from the usual travel experience. Choose SBA and depart differently. A proud partner of the Santa Barbara Foresters.
When it comes to your office equipment needs, call Coastal Copy. We're the largest independent office equipment dealership in the Tri-Counties, and as your locally owned authorized Savin dealer, Coastal Copy offers complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Savin digital copiers and MFPs, Savin color printers, digital duplicators, Savin wide format systems, digital presses, document management solutions, and more. That's Coastal Copy.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
Just outside our home.
Welcome back, top of the third here at Eddie Matthews Field with Hunter Shoemake. I'm Nate Martin. The man on the mound for the Sturs in his first start of a summer. Jaden Barfield absolutely dealing.
Barfield's been exceptional. Already 3 Ks to his name, just a couple base runners. One's on an error, and then just a 2-strike pitch got away from him against Cal Whiff to hit the batter, but besides that, Barfield's solid.
Up here, facing Barfield is 9-1-2, starting with Shane Grant, the third baseman, who will pop that one up, drifting foul, 0-1. So it'll be Grant, and then the top of the order, Dylan Simon and Jeremy Camarena. Grant, another one of those alums from Dos Pueblos High School up the road here in the Santa Barbara area. Comes back in the count here, 1-1. Last inning, the Foresters got the first runs of the ball game on the board. The Dodgers need to do here to get some back.
Just trying to chip away. I mean, only man really you've reached. Cal Whip was hit by a pitch, and Carter reached on error, but find those favorable counts and try to get some base runners and mount something in the third.
It's going to be tough against Barfield, who's been a pretty reliable arm, as the 1-2 comes in and the cut on for strike 3. 4th K of the day for Barfield.
Lee and Sons Plumbing and Heating.
Brings up the top of the order, Dylan Simon stacking in for the second time today. Last time through. Grounded out to short, 6-3. The righty digs in. Looks at that one, 0-1 in the zone. Center fielder plays his college ball on the road at LA Pierce College, where he hit .252 this past spring. Falls behind quickly, 0-2 on the swing and miss. The 2-strike offering just misses the zone 1-2, and got the chance to watch some of the pitchers take BP this morning. Of course, it's the final game, and Jaden Barfield, really nice swing on him.
Yeah, he does, and a number of the pitchers, I feel like notably Steele Eves, AJ Crodell, and Kaimi Kahalakai, swing the lumber quite well.
Kahalakai had a home run. AJ Crodell hit one over the fence. Steele Eves was actually...
Came real close twice.
Real close twice. Was actually a pretty highly ranked catching prospect out of Arkansas in high school. Barfield, especially though, I mean, a lot of the positional players are really impressed with the lefty swing. We'll get another 2-2 offering. Breaking ball that misses the zone. Full count. I also had some of the interns take some hits. They didn't want me to go, though, because they were worried we were going to lose too many balls. As the full count comes. Finds a zone. No, it doesn't, and it'll actually walk the first hitter, Dylan Simon, over to first. It'll be one on for Jeremy Camarena, his second time through the order. I thought he got him there, Hunter.
Just able to lay off of it, kept that barrel back, so good work by Simon, controlling that bat, and sets the table for Camarena.
So it's Camarena here stepping into the play. Looks at that one for ball one. For runner on first is Dylan Simon, leadoff man. Some solid speed, 9 stolen bases this spring at LA Pierce. The runner takes off. I'll get over the head of Terrence Kill, but Camarena will stay at second base. He'll be safe. It'll now be 1-1 to the second baseman. Some nice speed there from Dylan Simon on the stolen base.
Really nice speed, and first time this game, the Dodgers, man, in scoring position, looking to claw their way back and try to cut the Forster lead in half.
Some pressure on Barfield here as he digs in for the 1-1. High back to Pierce. Pitch misses low, ball 2. Camarena, another guy who plays his college ball in Oklahoma. At Oklahoma Baptist. Facing the Oklahoma Sooner on the mound, Jaden Barfield. Checks back on Dylan Pierce. That ball gets away from Terrence Kill, and Simon thought about taking off, but he retreats back. A good read by Mick Paul out in center to get back to that one.
Good work by Mick.
His second day manning center field, mainly been used as a left fielder, and you know, he told me that's something he prides himself on, is his ability to play all 3 outfield positions, left, center, and right. We'll do the 2-1 again. Fouled off, 2-2.
We were talking earlier with how Santa Barbara's gotten banged up and just guys that will be joining the team next week and after the All-Star break going home, just a little extra R&R. How thin Santa Barbara's gotten in terms of the position players, and with TK playing second and Paul being versatile and holding down center.
That versatility is so valuable for Bill Pintard. So we'll get the second strikeout of the inning there from Jeremy Camarena. Went down swinging in the first, goes down swinging in the third. 5th K of the day for Jaden Barfield, who is absolutely dealing here on this Sunday afternoon. Brings up the shortstop, Cal Whip, for his second time through the order. Got hit by a pitch in that first inning. Was the first runner on of the game. He's in with a runner on second, 2 down. Looks at that one, lone away, ball 1. Simon, the man in scoring position. Nobody else on. Looking for an answer here as the Dodgers trail 2-0, top of the 3rd. Very quickly here, Cal Whip getting ahead in the count 2-0. What do you think Jaden Barfield's got to do here?
Behind 2-0, find that consistent pitch that you love to go to, and know Barfield's got pretty good arsenal.
Does he go to here on the 2-0 offering? It'll be another breaking ball low in the dirt, ball 3, and very quickly with good count here. Jaden Barfield gets a new ball from Vincent Gambardella, the man calling the signs behind the plate. Whips get the green light here. Oh, looks at that one, ball 4. 2 on here with 2 down. Tying run gets on base, brings up the 4-hole hitter Josh Woodworth, who struck out last time through the order.
Big chance here for Woodworth. The right-handed hitter against the southpaw with Simon, the lead runner. If you want anyone up, it's going to be this man. Try to bring in your first run, possibly tie the game.
The pink bat digs in, second time through, looks at that one for a called strike 1, and that's really what's so crucial for Jaden Barfield is to find the zone on that first pitch. Nothing in 1 here to the designated hitter. Look at that one, strike 2. This is exactly what Barfield's had to do. Pound the zone, Hunter.
And Woodworth, last time he played here, had an extra base hit with the California Tigers, and his team prevailed 7-6 on Independence Day over the Foresters.
Extra base hit would at least score the first run of a game here for the Dodgers. And he'll go down swinging. Through 3 innings, Jaden Barfield has 6 strikeouts. The Oklahoma Sooner absolutely booming. When we return, it'll be the bottom of the 3rd. The Foresters looking to add on to this 2-0 lead.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
It's Sunday matinee baseball on the final day of the regular season for the Santa Barbara Foresters. Hunter Shoemake to the right of me. I'm Nate Martin. 2-0 lead here with the top of the lineup coming through for the Foresters. It'll be Esker, Holman, and Kill facing Eric Anthony, The Santa Barbara native going against the UCSB Gaucho. Last time Esker came up, flew out to center field and takes that one high for ball 1. Really, over the last couple days, it's been the top of the order, specifically Esker doing a lot of damage.
So fun to watch him hit the last couple days and
hit that one deep in the right center gap. It will fall into the outfield grass. Esker's digging for second, and he'll get in there standing.
Stir it up, Xavier.
Had a couple leadoff doubles yesterday, and gets a leadoff double here in the bottom of the third.
Number 39, Jack.
One on for Jack Coleman.
another lead-off double. Unbelievable for Xavier Esker. And lead-off man in the scoring position just like that.
2 runs came across the plate last inning, and Jack Coleman looking to get his first RBI of the summer with a runner on second in Esker. The lefty Gaucho digs in and hits that one high, just got under it. And a couple Dodgers going in. It'll be caught by the third baseman. A nice play by Shane Grant for out number 1 of the inning.
Aaron Hill, the second.
Brings up Terrence Kill, the second, for his second time through. Struck out swinging in the first. For runner in scoring position. RBI machine this summer for the Foresters.
He's got 18 entering today. Every time you feel like you put him in a situation with runners on, he produces.
Showed a bunt there. As Esker took off, out ball was high from Cooper, and Esker will be sliding in safely at third. Runner 90 feet away with 1 down in the inning.
Also seen what TK has done at the plate in terms of standing in the batter's box. We've seen a lot of pitches high and tight to him, and he's had a duck under. He's taken a couple highs, some off the helmet this season, and another one that was close for ball 1.
Last place where you want to get hit by a baseball at 90 miles an hour or so. As the pitch misses very quickly ahead here, 2-0. That one struck by Kill. Liner into deep left center, and it'll be fielded by the center fielder. Esker is tagging from third, and the throw doesn't even come in. Sacrifice fly from Terrence Gill scores the 4th run of the day for Santa Barbara. Excuse me, the 3rd run of the day.
Citywide Home Mortgage, the right fielder, number 6, Brenton Clark.
Very easy to lose track with how hot this offense can get, Hunter.
It has been high octane, to say the least. Jumping out early once again. Brenton Clark, toughest outs. Has to deal with Eric Anthony.
Clark went around to bunt there, but pulled it back just in time to take that one for a ball. And very underappreciated part of Brenton's game is his ability to lay down a bunt.
During the different batting BP groups, there's always a discussion, especially in Group 4, about who's got the best bunt.
I know Caleb Hoover oftentimes tries to lay down a bunt, and his teammates usually talk smack to him about it. Although if I was Caleb Hoover, with all that pop he has, I don't know if I'd be laying down too many bunts.
And that just goes back a couple weeks ago and how good Hoover was just laying down the bunts. And it was at the time Chamberlain and Easton Muma also part of that group. And then there was just a competition every time the bunts were being laid down in batting practice and seeing who's got the best. And of course, when you miss one, you heard it.
2-1. Chopped over to short. After the retrieve that, a whiff. Throws that one, and it will not be in time. Brenton Clark in for the infield single. His 2nd hit of the day.
Batting 5th for the Foresters, the center fielder, number 15, Mick Paul.
Brings up Mick Paul with 1 on, 2 down in this bottom of the 3rd. One run's already come in here. Paul, with the day he had yesterday, looking to add on.
No doubt about that. All into right field, the knocks yesterday for Paul. Only good for extra bases.
Clark definitely has that speed to score all the way from first on the right hit. Nice swing from Paul on that first one, 0-1. Second pitch of the AB. High, evens it up, 1-1. Paul, talked to him yesterday, really looking forward to that opportunity to go to Wichita. Spent a lot of time with this group that has really gotten close this summer.
It's been cool to see how tight this crew has gotten really since day one.
A lot of that was because of those, that early road trip where it was like 5 or 6 road games in a row to open up the season. A lot of time spent on the Santa Barbara Foresters bus.
And that just sets the culture for the season to come. Then you have guys that come in late, and there's like a red tail hawk making a diving bomb in left field outside your picture. That's why our home plate umpire calling time.
Again with the science on the Santa Barbara Foresters network. 2-1 to Nick Paul. Like that 2-2 on the called strike. We were talking about chemistry yesterday. A lot of the times we bring up the wind, which is currently blowing out to right center. I'll give you some meteorology. It was overcast when we got to the ballpark early this morning, and now only really some clouds in left field. Blue skies above those mountains. 2-2 hit high into center field, and that will be the inning. 1 run comes across the plate off of the sacrifice fly from Terrence Kill. It's 3-0 as we head into the top of the 4th.
Fans, if you want the latest...
Lee & Sons Plumbing and Heating is proud to join the Foresters family of sponsors this season. I, Conan, a third-generation owner, was proud to coach for the Foresters for several seasons. Just like the Foresters are champs on the field, Lee & Sons are champs off it. We're experts in every type of plumbing and heating service and repair, from leaks and clogs to heaters and faucets. Strike out your plumbing problems by calling us at 805-965-9586. Lee & Sons, the champions of plumbing and heating. 805-965-9586. Stir it up.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
Leading off for the Dodgers.
Welcome back here to the top of the 4th inning. Jaden Barfield with 6 strikeouts for the first 3 innings. He's absolutely feeling it this Sunday afternoon. Digs in to face Alexander Hodgda. 5, 6, and 7 with... Is that one chopped? Going foul, 0-1. As I was saying, Hodgda starting thing off, followed by Grady Wilson, and then Cooper Carter, the third man up this inning.
There's now a man tossing for Santa Barbara in their pen, Tyler Fino.
We were told that an array of guys coming in here. You want to get ready for that trip to Wichita. Fino's one of them, Heineman as well, along with Tag Andrews, Andrew Gardino, and J.D. Goodcase. Falls for the ball, and Hajda digs back in. First time through in the order. Grounded out to short. Behind here, 1-2. Pitch in the dirt, 2-2 now. Hajda, one of those guys, again, that played his high school ball at Dos Pueblos in Goleta. Finds himself even here, 2-2. Hit over to Caden Miller at third. Throw across the diamond in time for out one. So Hajda with 2 ground outs to start his day. Really nice play by a man who really hasn't played a lot of third base this summer.
Yeah, great seeing Caden making that play. Long throw. First out of the inning.
Brings up Grady Wilson, the lefty, taking his second time facing the southpaw Barfield. Swings and misses at that one. 0-1. Wilson did strike out first time through the order. One of 6 go down swinging today. Whiffs on that one, 0-2, and you really do like the southpaw Barfield in this lefty-lefty matchup.
He's got some really good stuff. That's what he goes to here, 0-2.
Just fouled back. We'll do it again. You know, that Dos Pueblos high school team, pretty successful. Finished first in their league. Will goes down swinging Wilson. Lucky number 7 for Barfield. The breaking ball. That time to get Wilson. Brings up Cooper Carter with 2 down, nobody on. First pitch to the former Stir. Fouled by the dugout. 0-1. Carter playing his college ball over at York in Nebraska. Is that one off the pads of Gambardella, 1-1. Kind of talking about it. So many of these guys familiar with the Santa Barbara coaching staff. Both Bill Pintard, a legend in the area. And obviously Steve Shuck, the head coach here at Santa Barbara High.
And it's so cool to see the implications of what former Foresters, we touched on yesterday, about what former Foresters have gone on to do, even coaches.
One chopped over to Miller, fielded it on the one hop throw into first in time, out 3. A great defensive inning for the third baseman. Just his second day at the position. Still 3-0 as we head into the bottom of the 4th. The Foresters hoping to add on some more runs in the inning.
Santa Barbara Airport has 5 airlines: American, Alaska, Delta Air, Southwest, and United, with 12 direct destinations from Santa Barbara to Atlanta, Dallas, Denver, Las Vegas, Oakland, Los Angeles, Salt Lake City, Portland, San Francisco, Phoenix, Seattle, and Sacramento. With 23 daily departures from Santa Barbara, SBA's newest daily service on Delta Airlines to Atlanta and Salt Lake City can ensure that you can get anywhere in the world in just one stop. SBA is proud to join over 200 airports around the world in the Hidden Disabilities Sunflower Program. Passengers with a disability can opt into the program, and in doing so, trained staff at SBA will be there to provide additional level of customer service. You can learn more at www.flysba.com. Once again, you can learn more and book your flights today from Santa Barbara at www.flysba.com.
have a pitching change here for the Coastal Dodgers, who currently trail the Foresters 3-0 in the bottom of the fourth. Hunter Shoemake, Nate Martin with you for the inning. Will be Caleb Hoover facing the new arm, Seth Tedeschi. Tedeschi's first pitch will miss 1-0. Hoover, the first baseman, stepping in for the second time through. Last time, grounded out in a fielder's choice that advanced some runners. Basically was as well have been laid down a bunt perfectly.
Really good to advance those runners. Set up Vince Gambardella for his double.
Hit high down the left field line. Chasing and it will drop foul. New man out in left field as well, Truett Ross. The utility man from Cabrillo College. As it'll be 1-1 to Hoover. Riding a couple games in a row with a multi-hit day. Ahead here, 3-1. It's Caleb Hoover has something in his eye there, trying to adjust. This is the part of a lineup really that had a lot of success first time through. Man on deck, Vincent Gambardella had a 2-run double in the second. And Hoover chops that one up into the infield. It'll be fielded cleanly by Cal Whip for out one.
Now batting, brought to you by Citywide Home Mortgage. The catcher, number 18.
So the leadoff man is retired. Brings up Vincent Gambardella. Had the 2-run double last time up, where he found the gap in left center. And 353 this summer. Take that one, called ball one. Gambo, always so fun to watch, take at-bats in games.
Great to see him. Got the huge ovation from the bullpen after his double and responsible for the first 2 runs on the board.
1-0 finds a zone. Not only the bat swinging well, he's also got a good eye, an on-base percentage of .577 this summer. Currently in the portal after wrapping up his junior year with UNLV. Didn't really get too much run with the Rebels, but he's a very solid catcher at Santa Barbara City College for 2 years. 2-1, it's high and away, ball 3. Gambo had a career OPS with the Vaqueros above 800.
It's so solid and able to get on base once again today.
That time, the base on balls, his second time on the bags. Brings up McConaughey Nabarro with 1 down, 1 on.
Now batting for the Foresters, the left fielder, number 7, McConaughey Nabarro.
Something that always stands out to you about McConaughey is his ability to get ball to bat. That's a ball, excuse me. Really solid hitter, and that one will be into the outfield grass. Gambardella going from first to third. First hit of the day from McConaughey Nabarro to get runners on the corners for Caden Miller.
Now batting, brought to you by Santa Barbara Mayor Randy Rouse, the third baseman, number 4.
Tedeschi having to work now.
Miller.
Coming in and out of this bullpen for the Dodgers. Retired the first man he faced and looking to buckle down. We saw a couple base runners for the Dodgers trying to cut the lead in half, but with Santa Barbara tacking on one more, and you want to keep this game manageable for Tedeschi.
Not going to be easy, though, against Caden Miller. The infield, the corner's playing in. First pitch inside for a called strike 1. Miller, a great walkout song. Millie by Lil Wayne. Gets the peoples going, and that one will be lined down the right field. Foul line. 1 run comes across the plate. Miller digging for second. They're waving home the second runner, Nabarro. Play at the plate in time.
Stir it up, Caden.
5-0 off the bat. A Caden Miller on the bases clearing double.
Now batting, brought to you by Pacific Press, shortstop, number 12, Xavier Esker.
After the walk, back-to-back hits for Santa Barbara and punishing Tedeschi with that walk and that single. Back to the top of the order.
It's never easy facing this lineup, and it certainly doesn't get easier against Xavier Esker, who hits that one high into deep center, tracking back, and is it robbed? No, it's over. Xavier Esker with his second bomb of the summer.
That home run by Xavier Esker.
An absolute bomb.
Santa Barbara Airport.
Makes it 7-0. The Foresters opening the game up here in the fourth.
Hitter, number 39, Jack Holman.
Big effort from Dylan Simon. Probably half the people here at the park thought that he just robbed the home run from Esker.
I mean, I thought he might have had that one. He gave it a really good effort out there in center and instead leaves the yard. The second home run in 3 days for this Foresters offense that is red hot. Jack Holman hoping to continue it here with just one down in the order. Grounds that one over to second where he will be out at first on the 4-3 from Camarena to Hajda.
Now batting, brought to you by Ablitz Cleaner. The second baseman, number 2, Terrence Kill.
Brings up Terrence Kill with two down. For his third time through the order, struck out in the first, and then an RBI sacrifice fly in the third. Looks at that breaking ball, strike one. It's a really nice vertical drop from Tedeschi.
And spinning that baseball around 2,500 RPMs.
So tough to read. Again, another breaking ball, some good movement, fouled off by Kill. Quickly behind here, 0-2. Fouled off will do it again, TK. One of those guys who, as we said, moved around a lot, mainly been in the outfield, and some injuries in the infield. Has had to slide into second base where he currently is playing today. He's done a nice job over there. 0-2 is high. Ball one. One-two offering we spat on for ball two. Kill coming back in the count here.
A couple takes from TK. Santa Barbara find a 2-out base runner.
Almost did. TK was bracing for impact. Instead, little miss for ball three. Payoff. We'll do it again. Popped up foul. A nice thing for a lot of these guys who aren't from the Santa Barbara area. Going to be playing a little closer to home in Wichita. Still pretty far away for Kill, who calls Atlanta, Georgia home. That might be, he might have traveled the furthest distance out of anyone this summer to play summer ball.
Yeah, has some roots in San Diego, born down just south of here. Saw some family down there as well.
Full count pitch chopped over to shortstop, and it's tough to get TK out on the infield hit, but the Dodgers do there. But a costly inning. Only thanks to the Xavier Esker two-run bomb. It's 7-0 as we head into the top of the Finney's fifth inning.
Lee & Sons Plumbing and Heating is proud to join the Foresters family of sponsors this season. I, Conan, a third-generation owner, was proud to coach for the Foresters for several seasons. Just like the Foresters are champs on the field, Lee & Sons are champs off it. We're experts in every type of plumbing and heating service and repair, from leaks and clogs to heaters and faucets. Strike out your plumbing problems by calling us at 805-965-9586. Lee & Sons, the champions of plumbing and heating. 805-965-9586. Stir it up.
On to the fifth inning, brought to us by our friends at Finney's Craft House. Finney's now has 2 locations in Santa Barbara, one on Lower State Street and one in Goleta. Finney's is a great place to gather before or after any Foresters game. Finney's Craft House. Oh, we'll have a new pitcher entering this ball game. Tyler Fino will take over after Jaden Barfield. 4 hits, 4 innings, no hits, no runs, 1 walk, and 7 strikeouts for Barfield in just his first start. Great work from Jaden.
Absolutely. I mean, he was really impressive. The strikeout stuff was working. Got into a couple of holes with some runners on, but always got out of it.
Potter's going to lead off, and Grant Simon will be scheduled in this inning. And a high fly ball into right, but playable for Brenton Clark. 1 away in the 5th.
A quick out one for Tyler Fino, just entering the game. Last pitched a couple days ago, where he struck out 3 against the Philippines in a 10-3 win for the Foresters.
And we were instructed that Tyler Fino would be given 2+ in terms of what he's able to throw today. Other guys such as Andrews, Gardino, JD Goodcase be available for an inning later on. We'll see how this game pans out. Right now it's a 7-0 lead and high and tight for Shane Grant. Ball 1. 2 runs in the second, a run in the third, and 4 in the fourth for the Sturs. 1-0 pitch to Grant. Strike 1. This is a non-countable game for Santa Barbara, but the final prep for the NBC tournament comes a 1-1. Fly ball in the left, hit hard, but Makani Nabarro will slide over. And we'll make the play, 2 down.
Couple of fly balls forced by Tyler Fino. Tells me the Dodgers timing up these balls pretty well, but they're just a little too under them. Gonna take these 2 quick outs for Tyler Fino, though.
And that's going to bring up the top of the order. Dylan Simon to hit for the 3rd time today. Ground out to short, has worked a walk, and in this ball game, 4 base runners for the Dodgers, 2 walks in the 3rd against Jaden Barfield. There's a hit batter in the opening inning, and Cooper Carter reached on an error. No one on, 2 out. First pitch now to Simon. That's away, ball 1.
Simon, as you said, got on in the third. In the walk.
1-0 pitch. Down for ball 2. And with the NBC tournament starting on Thursday, the 24th, the Foresters will be playing their first game on the 25th. So that's Friday the 25th. That will be played at 6:30 local time, Wichita time.
8:30 local time.
Rolled over to Terrence Hill, but unable to make a clean play. And Dylan Simon will reach with 2 down in the 5th.
8:30 against the Derby Twins, and then, of course, a midnight game, which we've talked about a lot, against the BTL Hornets. That's in the NBC's baseball around the clock tradition.
That will be at midnight on Saturday, and again, midnight is in local time for Wichita, and then 2 hours earlier here in Santa Barbara. So a game on Friday, then technically Saturday night. But the inning continuing for Jeremy Camarena. Takes strike 1.
Should be Truett Ross stepping in. Had some shuffling around.
So Ross hitting for the first time. He took over in left field defensively. 1 on, 2 down. Runner's going to take off, and that ball got away. And know what they're going to say. Looked like it initially hit Ross, but that ball was live, and Simon down to second base.
No problem. You and the batter.
But he went around for strike 2. So man in scoring position with 2 out in the 5th. But Truett Ross behind in the count, 0-2. If you're now looking for a clean inning, 0-2 pitch. Away. Ball 1.
Ross is a guy who can kind of put all over the place. Been used as a catcher in the infield and the outfield as well at Cabrillo College and up in NorCal, Aptos by the beach.
Right at him.
Comes the 1-2 pitch. That's inside. Tyler doesn't get the call. 2-2.
Another one of those Foresters, the pitching staff, who just really pounds his home and gets a lot of strikeouts. 16 and a bit innings. He's had 18 Ks this summer. He's got multiple strikeouts in each of his last 3 appearances.
And at second, 2 down. 2-2 pitch to Ross. Full count. Cal Whip scheduled next for the Dodgers, looking for their first run, trailing 7-0 after the Stars just put up a 4 spot in the 4th. And Fino trying to work around a 2-out error. The 3-2 pitch to Ross. Ball 4, and Fino lost him. Back-to-back base runners coming with 2 down in the 5th.
It's only Fino's 5th walk of the summer. Another thing that the Foresters pitching staff has done a really good job of.
Batting shortstop, number 25. Cal Whip.
So 2 on, 2 down. And Cal Whip still looking for his first AB of the day. He's been hit by a pitch, worked a walk. A chance to put the Dodgers on the board, and he's had some success here at Eddie Matthews Field. To the third baseman, it's going to be Miller, just is able to slap the tag on the runner for essentially the force out. And Tyler Fino works around a 2-out error and walk to keep it a clean 7-0 game going to the bottom of the 5th.
Young man, if you would like
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
To the bottom of the Finneys' fifth inning, Sturs lead 7-0. Brenton Clark leads off for the Sturs. Starts off the inning with a ball away. Clark, Paul Hoover with Lucas Ginder now taking over on the hill. So the second arm out of the bullpen today for the Coastal Dodgers, and there have been some changes defensively. Comes a 1-0. That is away for ball 2. Truett Ross, who just saw hit, is in left. Dylan Simon is now at second base. Sean Rivas is now the first baseman for the Coastal Dodgers. That's foul back, 2-1. And Charlie Potter started in left field, now in center. So those are the defensive changes for the Coastal Dodgers. Nice lead for Santa Barbara. Comes a 2-1 pitch. Up the middle, it's going to be Whiff to his left. 1 out in the fifth.
You know, you talked about a lot of changes for the Dodgers defensively. The one thing that's been consistent is the play of the shortstop, Cal Whiff. He's had a lot of balls hit over to him, and he's fielded all of them pretty much cleanly. Really nice defensive game for the Pepperdine Wave.
With 1 down in the bottom of the Finneys' fifth inning. This fifth inning brought to us by our friends at Finneys Craft House. Be sure to go check out the various Finneys locations in the Southern California region. Great place to gather before or after any Foresters game. That is strike 1 on Mick Paul, a big cut from 15 as he has worked a walk today and a fly out into center. Stands in, no button on, 1 away in the bottom of 5.
Ginder, the pitcher, heading into his freshman year. Allen Hancock College, just up the road in Santa Maria.
Quickly on top of Paul, 0-2.
Another one of those guys who played some high school ball at Dos Pueblos and Goleta.
Santa Barbara, very well represented on this Dodgers team. 0-2 pitch. Struck him out. Paul will go down on 3, 2 down in the 5th.
And to your point about, well represented, I think, it makes sense that, the Foresters in their final home game, the final game of the regular season, they take on a team with so many guys from the area that you're familiar with. A lot of these guys probably grew up going to Foresters games, but such a big part of the community. Must be a really cool experience for a lot of them to face Bill Pintard's squad.
And a nice crowd has filled in here at Eddie Matthews Field. Pretty much is, in terms of the normal seats, every seat almost filled, and a lot of people sitting on the concrete railing surrounding the park here at Eddie Matthews. That was ball 1 to Caleb Hoover. With 2 down, the base is clear. His first look at Lucas Ginder. Right side, it's going to be Rivas. It gets deflected, and Hoover is aboard with 2 down in the 5th inning.
Ginder, you thought he was working pretty well there. Grounder over to first where you thought maybe he was going to get out of it. Just like that, a runner on with 2 outs. You got to take care of business in this spot if you're the Coastal Dodgers.
It's going to go down as a single for Hoover. So a 2-out knock, and that's going to bring up Vince Gambardella, man responsible for giving the Sturs the lead early in this ball game. Great seeing Vince again, like we talk about every time, behind the plate, but very productive day for the catcher. 2-run double. He's worked a walk, scored a run, so he's responsible for 3 of the 7 runs. And he is quickly ahead 2-0 on Lucas Ginder. To 0 pitch. Foul outside of third base, 2-1.
What a day it's been so far for Gambardella. Has reached both times, including that 2-run double to get the first runs on the board for the Foresters. And another one of those guys local to Santa Barbara, probably very familiar with the Foresters as a team.
Comes a 2-1 pitch to Gambardella. Popped up in a foul ground. Shane Grant camps out under it, will make the play, and the inning will be over. Ginder works around a 2-out infield single by Hoover, and we're on to the 6th. Sturs 7-0 over the Dodgers.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's out of here. It's tough to tell whether that's another Foresters home run or one of the many flights going out of the Santa Barbara airport. With 22 daily departures and 11 direct destinations, including Chicago, Dallas, Las Vegas, San Diego, and Seattle, there's no need to drive and fly when you can take off local at the Santa Barbara airport. Prepare for a departure from the usual travel experience. Choose SBA and depart differently. A proud partner of the Santa Barbara Foresters.
Sixth inning between the Dodgers and the Foresters. Final game of the regular year for the Sturs. They lead 7-0 as it will be 4, 5, and 6 scheduled for the Coastal Dodgers. Tyler Fino remains in this ball game. Strike one on Josh Woodworth, who today has struck out twice, and even though he's K'd twice and had some success here, Eddie Matthews. It's a nice lead for the Sturs. Here comes 0-1 pitch. And quickly, Fino is ahead, 0-2.
Little update of the CCL standings. OC Riptide currently leading the Conejo Oaks, who are half a game behind the Sturs in league play. 8-2. So the Riptide up ahead trying to find their way back. They obviously have a chance as well at finishing in first this summer.
They do. They're entering today 4 games back of Santa Barbara and Conejo a half game back of the Sturs. So a big matchup between those two. Here's a 1-2 pitch in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes for Woodworth.
We were talking about this. The Riptide went on a really nice run.
Yes, very, very nice.
7-game winning streak going.
As of yesterday, their last 10, they were 9-1. 2-2 pitch to Woodworth. Broken bat, slow roller, Miller charges over Tyler Woodworth, but the throw is high, but out. 1 out.
I mean, if Woodworth went to first, I don't know, something happened, but if he actually ran over, he very easily could have made it in time. Very interesting first hat.
Number 11, Sean Rivas.
Woodworth is retired. And that's going to bring up the number 5 batter in the lineup. 1 away and the base is clear. Rivas is going to get plunked in his first plate appearance of the day. He was hitting for Hajda. Took over at first base, gets hit square on the back, and a 1-out base runner for the Dodgers.
Now batting for the Dodgers, the right fielder, number 6, Grady Wilson.
So Sean Rivas is aboard. That's going to bring up Grady Wilson. Dodgers looking to plate their first runs of the day. Man at first base, 1 away, and Wilson has struck out twice today. Starts off the AB with the ball away, 1-0.
Granted, both of those were to left-handed pitching in Jaden Barfield. First time facing the righty in Fino.
1-0 pitch. Strike 1. Barfield, such a great start, and just his first start of the season going 4. K'd 7.
Yeah, what a performance that was.
No hits and no runs for Jaden. Comes a 1-1 now to Wilson. That is down ball 2.
Pretty cool for Wilson. I think that green batting helmet might be Santa Barbara High School one. Of course, Wilson was a Don. That's a couple years playing under head coach Steve Shuck.
2-1 pitch. Strike 2. Really good pitch there from Tyler Fino.
The scouting report is clearly throw outside on this guy. A lot of those pitches he swung out from Barfield are breaking balls away, and Fino's going on the outer half of the plate here as well against Wilson.
Rivas at first, 1 down. 2-2 pitch is away, full count. And there's a man warming up for Santa Barbara. Tag Andrews. Now throwing in the Forster pen.
Expected to get one inning out of Tag.
Here comes the 3-2 pitch to Wilson. Fouled off. Let's do it again. Sean Rivas was hit square in the back in his first plate appearance of the day. 1 down in the 6th. Now the 3-2 pitch from Fino. To the left side, it's going to be Caden Miller. Charges. Will be in time at first base. Wilson retired, does advance Rivas into scoring position. 2 down.
Trying to double up the runner at second as well. It took a wide turnover at bag, but retreated back in time.
And that's going to bring him now Cooper Carter to hit for the 3rd time today. Reached on error, ground out to 3rd. Great to see Cooper back here at Eddie Matthews Field. The former Forster last year. Fouls it back. Strike 1. The coaching staff saying Cooper, when he showed up today, you get the start playing against your former team and playing at the field you came to every day last summer. And really nice guy, Cooper, and great to see him back here. Takes a strike on the outside corner. Nothing in 2. Rivas is at second, 2 down. Nice lead for Santa Barbara. Comes the 0-2 pitch to Carter. In the dirt, covered by Gambardella, down to 3rd base goes Rivas, and the first time a man has gotten to 3rd base today for the Dodgers.
A great read at that from Rivas. You know, you see the ball in the dirt, already have a wide, pretty big lead over at second, and just like that, 90 feet away from scoring.
Advancing on the wild pitch. Now the 1-2 to Cooper Carter. In the dirt. Once again, great work by Vince. 2-2. Should Carter reach Charlie Potter? Will be scheduled next for the Dodgers. Good couple takes by Cooper Carter. Comes the 2-2 pitch. Strikes him out. Well done by Thino, working around a hit batter with 1 away. Stranded is Rivas. We're going to the bottom of the 6th, 7-0, Santa Barbara.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
Lee & Sons Plumbing and Heating is proud to join the Foresters family of sponsors this season. I, Conan, a 3rd-generation owner, was proud to coach for the Foresters for several seasons. Just like the Foresters are champs on the field, Lee & Sons are champs off it. We're experts in every type of plumbing and heating service and repair, from leaks and clogs to heaters and faucets. Strike out your plumbing problems by calling us at 805-965-9586. Lee & Sons, the champions of plumbing and heating. 805-965-9586. Stir it up.
Stars lead 7-0 into the bottom of the 6th inning. Navarro, Miller, Esker will be scheduled with a new arm now on the hill for the Dodgers. The inning will start off from High ball from Noah Habib will take over the third arm out of the bullpen today for the Dodgers.
And Habib going to be playing his college ball in the fall locally here at Santa Barbara City College. Originally, Thousand Oaks area, Newbury Park.
Ball's behind 2-0 to Makani Nabarro. Was ground out to short, base hit in a right, scored a run. 2-0 pitch. Inside, ball 3. Habib looks to find the strike zone. Falls behind 3-0 to Nabarro. That is ball 4. And a 4-pitch leadoff walk from Makani. He is aboard for the second time today, first of which via a walk.
I don't think Nabarro thought he got the call there. It's pretty close on the edge. And he was ready to dig in for another pitch, but he got the call, and leadoff man is on for Caden Miller.
1 on, nobody out. Here is Miller. Starts off the AB with a high strike. He is followed out to center. A double down the right field corner brought home 2 runs back in the 4th. In Santa Barbara, we've been talking about this crowd, the biggest crowd of the season here at Eddie Matthews Field, and we appreciate everyone coming out and supporting the Foresters on their final game of the regular season and their final game at home as Miller falls behind 0-2 against Habib. And the reliever, after 4 pitches to Nabarro, walked him. Had 0-2 on Caden. 0-2 pitch. Upstairs, ball 1.
Habib is a pretty high release point pitcher. That's something to pay attention to in the batter's box if you're Caden Miller.
Good take, 2-2. Remember, Foresters be off to Wichita in the coming days. I think most of the players flying out Wednesday, some go to a different destination on Tuesday, driving. Some players going up back north and then flying out from Northern California. Here's a 2-2. That's a full count.
It's not easy to get to Wichita. I wouldn't say there's too many direct flights. And we hear it in the commercial. I don't remember you saying in that voiceover that there is a direct flight from Santa Barbara Airport to Wichita, Kansas.
It's a 3-2. Upstairs, and he lost. Miller fell behind 0-2. Ends up working a walk. 2 on, nobody out in the 6th.
Where are you going to be getting there? Are you flying?
Yep.
Out of where?
Santa Barbara. It's not direct, not direct.
I was going to say we might have to update the commercial.
Nothing direct. But back to the top of the order, and Xavier Esker. Pair of Gauchos scheduled next to face Noah Habib, Esker, and then Holman.
Last time up, Esker had that 2-run homer that was nearly robbed. And it was a really, really close play at the wall.
But 2 extra base hits today for Xavier. Squares around here, and maybe playable for the third baseman, but falls foul for outside of third base for strike 1 on Esker.
Yeah, he's lucky that one went foul very easily. Could have been caught on by Shane Grant over there at third.
But the Stars looking to sacrifice here with Esker. You know, line out to center, the double in the right, and then the home run. Pretty much dead away in the center. 2 on, nobody out. 0-1 pitch. Inside, and no bunt this time from Xavier. 1-1. In terms on the other end, Tyler Fino has been in this game the last 2 innings on the hill. We saw Tag Andrews warming up. Likely the day complete for Tyler. 1-1 pitch. Popped up. And behind where we are, strike 2. And that fell just a few rows behind where we're sitting. And that ball hung in the air for probably 5-6 seconds and then came crashing down. Thankfully didn't hit anyone.
Yeah, it might be all these people here I nearly did hit someone. We don't usually have people sitting where that ball landed, but a couple over there.
1-2 pitch is tap foul. Esker stays alive. Navarro at second. He's the lead runner. Miller at first. And with Santa Barbara, they put up 2 runs in the second, 1 in the third, 4 in the fourth. Pitching has been solid today from the Sturs. Can Esker put something in play again? 1-2 pitch. 2-2.
Really nice. That was a great breaking ball from Habib.
2-2 the count for Esker. Holman will be next. Nobody out. In the left field on a rope, and that ball is down at the base of the wall. Esker is thinking 2 once again. 1 run's going to come in, and Xavier Esker has his 3rd extra base hit of the day. It is now 8-0 Santa Barbara.
He's just hitting that ball so hot right now. Feels like every single time he makes contact with it, it's either at the wall or leaving.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you only have 5'10" frame. You don't expect so much pop from him, but he just digs into it. Really nice job bringing home Makani Navarro home.
Miller's down to 3rd. Esker to 2nd. 3rd RBI of the day for Esker. Still nobody out, and it's Jack Holman. Take strike 1. Jack today, pair grounds to 2nd, pop up to 3rd. This Coastal Dodgers team playing in their 18th game of the season. They have had a couple of CCL opponents. Played the Slow Blues a couple times, and also the Conejo Ocho. 2 top CCL teams that the Dodgers have played. This is fluttered up in the shallow left. Ross is moving in, but will be the shortstop whiff for the first out. 1 away.
Now batting, brought to you by Pacific Crest.
Needed to get that first out. 1 run's already come in. You got 2 in scoring position. It's not going to be easy against Terrence Kill.
Yeah, already has an RBI today on sac fly and making 19 RBI on the season. We've seen it time and time again, especially in late game situations, especially in that middle portion of the summer. Late June, felt like automatic for TK. He had a walk-off, and actually the first one of his career back earlier this year. 2 in scoring position, 1-0 the count for Terrence Kill the second. In the air to right, Wilson is there. Is it deep enough for Miller? 2 down, and Miller's going to be coming home. The throw's going to second, and a sacrifice fly for Kill, his 2nd of the day. It is now 9-0 Santa Barbara.
Now batting, brought to you by Ablett's Cleaners.
TK now with 20 batted in this year. Great work from TK to bring home the 2nd run of the inning. Esker down to 3rd. 9-0 the Forester lead. It is now Brenton Clark, who's 2 for 3 today. This is into left center field, a base hit for Clark. That will score Esker, and Clark is thinking too. He will coast in standing, and Brenton has his 3rd hit of the day, 10-0 Santa Barbara.
A nice day for Brenton Clark. Fat time going extra.
The center fielder, number 15.
Nice stuff from Clark, and scores another run. Starts stacking him at this point.
5, that's the 5th double today, along with the home run from Esker. By the way, 10 hits now for the Sturs. That's going to now bring up Mick Paul. Clark's at 2nd, 2 down. Mick has gone 0 for 2 with a walk. Starts off his plate appearance, ball upstairs. And Nate, we've been talking about the CCL Southern Division, but when you look to the north, logjam now, Sonoma and Slow, in terms of they haven't played the same amount of games, but tied at the top of the Northern Division now. So very tight race in the north as mixed ahead 2-0.
Yeah, really tight race. Blues just have the advantage on winning percentage by 6 thousandths.
Here comes a 2-0 pitch for Paul in the dirt, and Carter couldn't find at his feet, and a free 90 for Clark on the wild pitch. Put man back at third base.
Blues winning 5 in a row. Currently playing the Menlo Park Legends, who the Stars swept in a 2-game set.
And just like really the OC Riptide, the Slow Blues, a late push in this season. But it's now 3-0 for Mick Paul. Clark to third with 2 down. Habib's 3-0 pitch is going to miss for ball 4. And that is the third walk of the inning to go along with 2 doubles.
Now batting, brought to you by Citywide Home Mortgage.
You just got to get that final out if you're the Dodgers, you know.
Number 14.
2 runs have already come in.
Hoover.
They're going to give Habib a little mound visit.
And you currently see Bill Pintard lined up against the railing on the bullpen for Santa Barbara. We were told Fino could go 2+, but with what he has done, you imagine likely go to a new arm. We saw Andrews warming up. But runners will be on the corners. And with this conversation on the hill for the Coastal Dodgers, it's a team owned by Tom Myers, a former Forester coach and current Dodgers scout. We've seen him in the Santa Barbara area quite frequency and very close with Bill Pintard in his own right. So again, we've talked about this familiar thread of what Foresters have done professionally, the next level, and also in the communities around. And what Tom Myers, a former coach with Bill Pintard, owns this team as the GM, and another great thing just to have another team in California where players, especially out of high school, can go and just play guys like this with the Foresters, and great experience.
And so many times we've also said, like, oh, yeah, this guy's been connected to Bill Pintard. He worked with him. He played for him. And they eventually go to found, you know, and work for teams that you're playing against. You know, you think back to the Legends yesterday, founded by a former Forester, David Klein. GM, a former coach for the Dodgers. I mean, it's really, really awesome to see the impact Bill Pintard has had on summer ball as a whole.
That's a first pitch ball for Caleb Hoover.
And part of that for him, you know, he said over the last few years, he's definitely noticed how it's gotten more competitive in the CCL, and you might be partially to blame for that, for running such a good operation, Mr. Pintard.
Runners on the corners, 1-0 pitch is chopped and caught by Sean Rivas. Nice play by the first baseman judging that hop. And the Stars will strand 2, but they push in 3 in the 6th. On to the 7th, 10-0 Santa Barbara.
Okay, fans, once again, 50-50 raffle is going around.
It's out of here. It's tough to tell whether that's another Forester's home run or one of the many flights going out of the Santa Barbara airport. With 22 daily departures and 11 direct destinations, including Chicago, Dallas, Las Vegas, San Diego, and Seattle, there's no need to drive and fly when you can take off local at the Santa Barbara airport. Prepare for a departure from the usual travel experience. Choose SBA and depart differently. A proud partner of the Santa Barbara Foresters.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
On to the 7th inning. 10-0 lead for the Santa Barbara Foresters, and a new arm will be coming in for the Sturs. The second man out of the pen today, Josh Heineman, after Tyler Fino went 2 innings, no hits, no runs, walked 1 and struck out 1. Today there has been a good amount of Dodgers on the base pass. There have been 2 men hit by pitches. 3 have been walked. 2 have reached on errors. There have been no hits for the Dodgers so far. Starting off the 7th inning. First pitch is away, ball 1.
And Heineman hoping to keep that going. Been a really solid arm. We've seen him a few times now since a extended absence for a week or so. It's 2 weeks, actually.
Big cut from Charlie Potter, who's gone 0 for 2 today. Fly out to center, fly out to right. It's going to be 8-9-1 scheduled for the Dodgers. 1-1 pitch, well high, ball 2. Can the Dodgers just find some more base runners? They've had chances. Here comes the 2-0 pitch to Potter. Fly ball to center. Out there is Mick Paul. He will drift back. 1 away in the 7th.
Now batting, third baseman.
With 1 down, that's going to bring up now Shane Grant. He has gone 0 for 2. And Heineman records the first out in his outing. Been with us the last couple of days. We did hear Josh on the broadcast 2 days back. And it's been like playing with Santa Barbara, some beach yoga with Nick Abraham. We talked with Nick yesterday. And also Tyler Fino, we did hear from him as well. And that's strike 1 now on Shane Grant.
I mean, Nick Abraham noted yesterday on the broadcast that Heineman yesterday was the most clear-headed he's seen him all summer. Absolute zen.
He's at a 1-1 count. Top of the order will be next for the Dodgers. Here comes the 1-1 pitch to Grant. Popped up behind the plate. Gambardella has to run, and that ball went in and out of his glove. That ball moved quite a bit, almost like a backwards J that Gambardella had to try to make the play, but it is strike 2.
Yeah, the wind's blowing out in the outfield towards that right side, and doing the same thing close to the infield. Looked like it was going right up against the chain link fence, and then kind of blew back towards the infield dirt. Tough one to play, to judge if you're Vincent Gambardella.
Now a 1-2 pitch to Grant from Heineman. Knotted him up, checked to swing, but he went around. Heineman K's him, 2 out in the 7th.
That strikeout brought to you by Lee and Sons Plumbing and Heating.
K of the day for Heineman. Last appearance against the Philippines, got
Now
3.
batting, the center fielder, number 3, Dylan Simon.
That was the 9th strikeout of the day by Santa Barbara pitching. Back to the top of the order. With 2 down, bases clear. It's going to be Dylan Simon. Ball 1 away. Simon has a ground out to short, a walk, a stolen base. And he reached on an E4. Comes the 1-0 pitch. Check swing, but a called strike. 1-1. 1-1 pitch to Simon. Is away. Good pitch from Josh, but a better take by Simon. The last one at 80 from Josh Heineman. Two 2-1 pitch. Chopped outside first. 2-2.
One in on the lefty. I think Simon really expected that.
Two down, base is clear. 2-2 pitch to Simon. Full count, misses low. Remember, all the runners that the Dodgers have had, they've had 3 walks and 5 free passes being hit twice. Been able to get on base, haven't been able to move him around. Comes the 3-2 pitch to Simon. Left side, Miller on the backhand. Tough play. It's knocked down. And he's going to reach with 2 down in the 7th. A 2-out base runner.
Now batting for the
We'll see how that one scored. And Miller's been pretty sure at third base, knocked that one down.
And remember, so far there's been 2 hit batters, 3 walks, 2 errors, and depending on how this one scored, there've been no hits for the Dodgers. And some discourse to our right. First pitch swinging for Truett Ross in the left field. Mick Paul will camp out under it to retire the side. We'll let you know how that one scored, but the side is retired. It's time to stretch in Santa Barbara. Vince Gambardella leads off for the Sturs. That misses upstairs from ball 1. And there's a new man on the hill for the Coastal Dodgers. There have been a couple change numbers, and we'll get you the official name of the arm in a moment. So it's 1-0 for Vince Gambardella, as it's going to be him, Navarro, Miller, the bottom 3 scheduled for the Sturs in the 7th inning. And that ground ball by Dylan Simon will go down as an E5, the 3rd error of the day on Santa Barbara. 2-0 pitch for Vince. Foul back, 2-1. Vince today, 2-run double in the left, a walk, a run scored, and a pop-up to 3rd. And it's going to be Hugo Metzgen now on the hill. 2-1 pitch, way for ball 3. So the 4th man out of the bullpen today for the Coastal Dodgers.
And is actually listed as an infielder, but he's locating some of these pitches so far.
3-1 pitch, down the left field line, sliced foul, and out of play, full count on Vince.
You always got to feel like you can take advantage when you have a guy who's mainly a position player, a hitter, on the mound.
Metzgen is battled back, facing the bottom three in a 10-0 Forster ball game. 3-2 pitch, upstairs, ball 4. The leadoff man is aboard for the Stars to start off the bottom of the 7th inning.
Now batting for the Foresters.
Second walk of the day for Vince. Go along with a double.
Good to see Gambo on yet again.
For the Dodgers, number 12, Hugo Metzgen.
So here's Makani Nabarro. He's a ground out to short. Base hit to right. A walk, and he scored 2 runs. First pitch from Metzgen. Ball 1. We were talking earlier about how good Makani's been since coming in yesterday, and really this entire season when he's been called on. He's had to fight for his time at the plate and in the field. There's a 1-0. Softly hit into center, but it will fall for a base hit. Gambardella will advance to second, and 2-1, nobody out in the Foresters' half of the 7th inning.
You know, these are guys that,
Now batting,
you know, obviously some changes to come with, you know, some players coming back like Muma and Chamberlain, but, you know, you got to trust them if you're Bill Pintard heading into Wichita. A lot of games in back-to-back days, weird time. Got to take advantage.
And even in just pinch hit situations, if you know, both these guys have been getting on base religiously. Someone's not having a good day at the plate. There's going to be a lot more faith between guys like Gambardella and Nabarro, who haven't seen as much time with what they've done in the past couple days and past 2 weeks, as Miller takes a ball upstairs, 1-0.
You know, it's going to be really interesting to see. Obviously, this is your last game. You're playing until Friday. You have a lot of traveling to do in between that, going out to Kansas, but what's that form going to look like when you return to action in just 5-6 days' time?
How will Santa Barbara respond? Of course, it's going to be a lot hotter than what the Stars are accustomed to playing here in Santa Barbara. It's 2-1 now on Miller.
I mean, I don't think you could imagine better baseball weather than what we've gotten at Santa Barbara. It's been pretty consistently in the low 70s, blue skies, a light breeze.
2-1. Fly ball into right. Sliding to his right is Grady Wilson. And he'll make the play. The runners look to advance at least Gambardella. He will go down to third. And it is a productive out for Miller, advancing Gambardella to third.
Here comes the danger man. Xavier Esker into the batter's box yet again. A home run, a double. He has been electric.
His first double was in a right. The home run was pretty much dead away to center. And his last double down the left field line. So using all fields today is Xavier. And another chance to bring home more runs. Gambardella advances to third. Nabarro is at first. Remember, Esker hasn't been here not long compared to other Foresters. And he already has 12 RBIs, including the 3 from today. Rather make it 11. Here comes a 1-0 pitch to Esker. Takes a called strike, 1-1. In case you're wondering, in the 8th inning, Whip, Woodworth, and Rivas. 3, 4, and 5 will be scheduled. That misses inside for Xavier Esker, 2-1. Just a single out, and Hugo Metzgen looks for a ground ball to get out of this inning. It's a tall task against Esker. 2-1 pitch. Chopped outside third, 2-2. Remember, Esker's First game with the Stars back on July 6th. Puts in perspective how good he has been. 2-2. This is away, full count. He's able to reach, and even if he can't, their Santa Barbara Gaucho is on deck. From Jack Holman, I should say, former Gaucho. Both have the UCSB helmets. Runners on the corners, one away. 3-2 pitch from Metzgen. A fly ball into left. Truett Ross is there. He moves on into it. Deep enough. Is it deep enough for Gambardella? He's going to roll the dice. No throw at the plate, and a sacrifice fly for Esker. Brings home his 4th run of the day. Now make it 12 runs batted in.
Gambardella showing off the wheels there as well. It's going to be tight. Very easily could have been tight, but fat wheels, the speed, absolutely wasn't.
And we've seen a couple guys with, well, I mean, Esker's been playing some fantastic baseball, especially at the plate, but guys have just had big days, especially bringing in runs. Mick Paul was one of them yesterday, had 4 RBIs, and you look back the day before that, Terrence Kill had 5. And it's been consistent. One man has just really been able to drive in a lot of runs. That's a first pitch strike to Jack Holman.
Yeah, and it's always nice to have guys, like one guy step up a lot, but really, I mean, really.
1-1 now the count for Jack.
I was saying, you don't really score 12 runs in a game with just one guy getting all of those.
Yeah.
It's been everyone stepping up. I mean, a lot of these guys offensively have just been seeing the ball really well recently.
Navarro remains at first, 2 down. The run in. It's a 1-1 pitch missing away. All 2. So it's now a 7-11-0 lead in the 7th. And a 2-1 count for Holman. Not 0 for 4 so far today. 2-1 pitch. Jack's going to take a strike, 2-2. Holman takes a moment. Can he get on base in this 7th inning? Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Right side, it's going to be Simon. Good play ranging to his left to retire the side. Gambardella is brought home by Xavier Esker, and the Stars tack on one more, 11-0 on our way to the 8th. Santa Barbara Airport has 5 airlines: American, Alaska, Delta Air, Southwest, and United, with 12 direct destinations from Santa Barbara to Atlanta, Dallas, Denver, Las Vegas, Oakland, Los Angeles, Salt Lake City, Portland, San Francisco, Phoenix, Seattle, and Sacramento. With 23 daily departures from Santa Barbara, SBA's newest daily service on Delta Airlines to Atlanta and Salt Lake City can ensure that you can get anywhere in the world in just one stop. SBA is proud to join over 200 airports around the world in the Hidden Disabilities Sunflower Program. Passengers with a disability can opt into the program, and in doing so, trained staff at SBA will be there to provide additional level of customer service. You can learn more at www.flysba.com. Once again, you can learn more and book your flights today from Santa Barbara at www.flysba.com. On to the 8th inning. It remains with Josh Heineman. There have been a lot of base runners for the Dodgers. 2 men have been hit by a pitch. There have been 3 walks. 3 men have reached on errors. There have been no hits for the Coastal Dodgers as Heineman will face Whiff, Woodworth, and Rivas scheduled. 11-0 Forester lead.
And Wolf's made a lot of really nice plays defensively. I mean, he's had a lot of balls hit towards him, and he's fielded a lot of them cleanly. You get started here in the top of the 8th.
First pitch, high and in, ball 1. And Heineman, along with Tyler Fino, was one of the 2 men that were listed as 2+ in terms of what they could throw here today. The other men available will be Andrews and Gardino. Also, J.D. Goodcase hot on the back end. Comes a 1-0. Upstairs, ball 2. Comes the 2-0 pitch to Whip. High fly ball on the left. Navarro is there, doesn't have to move, just drifts in. And the first out in the 8th inning. And you could hear Gambardella and Josh Heineman almost psyching each other up. Especially on the end with Heineman falling behind 2-0, and you could hear Gambardella.
That's just the chemistry that, a man who's mainly worked as a bullpen catcher has with his pitchers. They all know him so well, and they're giving some good signs behind the dish.
It's now Josh Woodworth. Chases upstairs, ball 1. He has gone 0 for 3, K'd twice, and a ground out to third. With 1 away, nobody on. 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball up the middle, deflects. It's Terrence Kill. It gets through into center. And Josh Woodworth, with 1 out in the 8th, records the first hit of the day for the Dodgers, and the Stars go 7 1/3 of hitless baseball here at Eddie Matthews Field.
And what an effort it was. Tough play to make for TK. The rifle.
And deflects off the mound as well. And first hit of the day comes in the 8th. It's now Rivas sees a low strike, 0-1.
Now you got to lock back in. Your Heineman. If there's any guy on the staff to do it, it is probably him. Someone with so much experience, especially as a Forester, his second summer here.
1-1. In case you're wondering, in terms of the history for the Foresters and what they have done in terms of pitching, there have been 8 no-hitters in the course of the Foresters' history going back to the early 90s, the last of which was in 2023, actually in Wichita in the NBC tournament. 1-1. Left side, and it is on the backhand by Eskery. Knocked it down, but now back-to-back hits for the Dodgers.
Yeah, and Heineman was on the staff in 23 for 2 of those, the 2 most recent ones, including the one in Wichita you just mentioned, but they're not giving up there. A couple of hard-hit balls in a row here for the Dodgers.
Pinch hitting for the Dodgers, number 7.
We'll have a pinch hitter for Grady Wilson. He's going to be lifted. He's going 0 for 3. Jake Moss now hit at the 6th spot. And after the Dodgers went 7 1/3 with no hits, back-to-back singles by Woodworth and then Rivas. So here's the first pitch to Ross. Ball 1. Now with the first hit of the ball game given up, Heineman just looking to lock in and finish out this inning strong. He's got to work. 1-0 is inside. Chance down at first base, but it will get away into right field. Clark will scoop it up, but a free 90 for the runners. It was a good look from Gambardella. Likely he would have gotten the runner. And now 2 Dodgers. And there's going to be a play down at second base. Caught in a bind. They're coming home. Down to third base for Woodworth. And they're going to get the tag at third base. So after all of that, an error by the catcher. And good luck for the official score on how that went down. But there will be 2 out and just a man at second.
Good luck indeed. 9-3-9-6-1-5 is, I believe, what I just heard. Crucially, get the runner out at third, a man in safe at second, and 2 down.
So both of runners advanced on the E2, and then Woodworth was caught out at third base. The count is 2-0 for Ross. 2-0 pitch. Fly ball in the left. Just sliding to his right is Navarro. And the side will be retired, but not before the first hit of the ball game for the Dodgers. They have 2 knocks in the 8th, and we're going to the bottom of the inning. Still an 11-0 lead for Santa Barbara.
All right, we're going to cut off our sales.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
Bottom of 8
Number 2.
for the final time this season. The Foresters will be coming to the plate at their home ballpark. It's going to be Terrence Kill, Brenton Clark, Mick Paul scheduled. But Drew Capel will now take over the right-hander on the hill for the Coastal Dodgers.
Capel, a returner from last season's squad. This is college ball. Quest College, teammates with Makani Navarro.
First pitch to TK, straightens him up, ball 1. There have been 11 runs on 11 hits today for the Sturs. And TK has gone 0 for 1 with 2 sac flies. Skies this one, now to play 1-1. And entering today and talking about runs batted in, the Foresters had 182 over the course of 33 games. Adding a number more today. That is ball 2 for Terrence, 2-1.
A little under 6 per game if my mental calculator served me well.
2-1 pitch. Into the gap in right center. It's well hit, and Terrence Kill is into second base. And he's maybe thinking 3. He's digging for third base, and the throw will come late. And TK, a leadoff triple, starts the 8th inning.
And a stand-up triple like that. Showing the speed.
Now batting, Texarkana's finest, number 6, Brenton Clark.
So Kill to third, and that's going to bring up Brenton Clark. Clark today has gone 3 for 4, and I know we mention all the time, but still how remarkable it has been. Brenton Clark, how automatic getting on base, and another Day with multiple hits and a chance to bring home a run. It's ball 1.
Just the way he approaches baseball. Loves the sport so much. Always smiling. Fun guy to be around in BP pregame.
Fouls this back 1-1. I mean, he's got 3 hits yesterday with a walk. He's got 3 hits today. The ground out. And
having a really nice day in front of his family. His mom's in attendance at the game.
1-1. Foul out to left and now to play over the third base dugout. Strike 2. And his mom's been here for nearly 10 days now, as she told us earlier today, and introduced herself to us yesterday. With TK at third, 1-2 pitch. Well away. 2-2. One thing with Clark, just the plate discipline. In terms of chase rate, pretty much as low as you can get. Not chasing a way high in the zone. And here's a 2-2. Stays alive. Into the 9th inning, there'll be Carter, Potter, Grant scheduled 7, 8, 9. In case you're wondering, that play that ended up with 2 base runners down at third base. It went down 9, 3, 2, 6, 1, 5. But the 2-2. And Clark fouls it off again.
Good job tracking that one down, Hunter. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, I cannot claim credit. Appreciate Oscar Stark to our right and also Miles Hart. Then that official put out down. Two. And Clark sees ball 3, and again, that discipline, you see that fastball high, lays off of it, full count, and pitch number 8 will be coming up for Brenton.
These pitches have been all over the place. They've been trying a lot of different looks at Clark, none of them working. Some breaking balls down and away, a fastball high. What does go to here?
That is ball 4, and Clark somehow gets on base, fouls off a number of pitches, and works a walk after Kill's triple to reach for the 4th time today. He's got 3 hits and now a walk.
So somehow he draws a walk. He's done this so many times, Hunter, fighting back in counts. It's not even a surprise at this point, man.
And going back to mental math, that is now his 36th walk of the season, and this being the 34th game, more than a walk a game.
That math's a little easier than
that is much
182
easier.
divided by 33. Closer to 5.5, as my calculator just told me.
That's upstairs from Mick Paul, 2 on, nobody out. Paul's got 2 walks today. He's also flied out to center. Struck out looking. Nobody out. 1-0 pitch upstairs, and Drew Capel took over in this inning. Allows the triple in the walk, and Santa Barbara in their final half inning that hitting here at Eddie Matthews Field, and talked about the course of the history of the Foresters. Haven't always played here at Eddie Matthews Field, but this field is where the Foresters first played in 1991, June 15th to be exact, their inaugural game at home, and Mick Paul is ahead 3-0. 3-0 pitch. Second base is open. Ball 4, and the bases will be loaded. The leadoff triple. Back-to-back base on balls given up by Capel. Loads up the bases for Caleb Hoover.
First baseman, number 14, Caleb Hoover.
Quick word between the home plate ump and the coach for the Dodgers. It's got, you know, some of the zone. There was a couple fastballs there that were missing high. Well located.
And Mick Paul has his 3rd walk of the day. So he's gone 0 for 2 now. 3 base on balls. He has scored a run. And Hoover puts something in play. He's having himself a 1 for 3 day. Infield single. Last time he stood in, say that field single was in the 5th. Takes upstairs. Ball 1. Correction. 1 for 4 day for Hoover, stands in for the 5th time. But the base is loaded, nobody out. 1-0 pitch to the first baseman. Nice pick by Rivas, and the foot race won by the first baseman, but that brings home a run. 12th run of the day on the RBI ground out by Hoover. Terrence Kill plates the 12th run of the day.
Now batting, brought to you by Pacific Press, the catcher, number 18.
Crucially keeps
Vince
runners in scoring positions as well. Both Clark, Vance's, as well as McPaul over at second. Gambardella here, 5th time through.
He's got a double and 2 walks. Nice cover by Carter. Ball 1. And we've seen a good number of RBIs today, and these runs batted in, brought to us by our friends at Gold's Gym. Gold's has 3 locations in Santa Barbara where the Foresters train to win and train to hit extra base hits, as we have seen today. 1-0. Foul back, 1-1. There have been 7 extra base hits today. A home run, a triple, and then everything else doubles. 1-1. Ball 2. And these Stars, especially in the early parts of the season, talked about how all these games in the regular year were leading towards Wichita and what's coming up next week for Santa Barbara. It's a 2-1 to Gambardella. To the second baseman, Simon, but doesn't make a play. And an RBI single for Vince. He has his second hit of the day, and that's going to also bring home Mick Paul. 2-run single for Vince. He now has 4 run batted in. And his second hit of the day. Fantastic work by the catcher.
Fantastic work indeed.
The left fielder, number 7, Makani.
Not only that, was catching a near no-hitter as well. I mean, he's having a great day both on the offensive side and defensively.
14-0 Santa Barbara. That's going to bring Makani. 3 runs in the 8th, 1 out and 1 on. That's away. Ball 1. But Santa Barbara have won 10 NBC titles, and they're going to start the march on Friday. Remember, game is at 6:30 Wichita time on Friday. And they also play on Saturday at midnight Wichita time. Go through a pool play stage, playing 3 games, and then you're on to a single elimination tournament. We talked about the depth of the pitching staff yesterday, Nate, and that's huge in single elimination games where one pitcher has a bad day, you have a bad start, you're in a big hole, and you're going to rely on a lot of arms, and that's now 2-1 for Navarro.
That means you also got to be ready for anything, you know. Maybe you pitch the night before. Your team gets into a hole, they need someone reliable, and they know they can call on you. They'll probably be coming in at some point.
2-1 from Capel. Chopped. Here comes Simon. Flips 2 out, a spin, the throw to turn 2, 4-6-3. Silky play by the middle infielders, but 3 runs are pushed into the 8th inning. It is 14-0 Santa Barbara. Going on to the 9th, Josh Heineman back out on the hill for Santa Barbara.
All right, the
It's out of here. It's tough to tell whether that's another Forester's home run or one of the many flights going out of the Santa Barbara airport. With 22 daily departures and 11 direct destinations, including Chicago, Dallas, Las Vegas, San Diego, and Seattle, there's no need to drive and fly when you can take off local at the Santa Barbara airport. Prepare for a departure from the usual travel experience. Choose SBA and depart differently. A proud partner of the Santa Barbara Foresters.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
On to the ninth inning, 14-0 Santa Barbara lead. Cooper Carter, Charlie Potter, Shane Grant scheduled for the Dodgers, and Heineman remaining in this game back out for a third inning. Carter, the former Forster, taps away first pitch for strike one. In the last inning, the first two hits of the ball game, Stars went 7 in the third hitless, then back-to-back singles by Woodworth and Rivas to break up the no-hitter bid. 0-1, 1-1. And they, with this season winding down in terms of the regular year, and Forster's going off to Wichita. Here comes a 1-1 from Heineman, who's working quicker here in the ninth. What are your thoughts on the Forster season and what they would need to do to be successful in Kansas?
Well, I think every single test that's been thrown at the Stars in order to judge how successful they're going to be in Wichita, they've passed pretty well. You know, they had that stretch of close games where it was walk-off after gutsy pitching performance and saves galore from Steel Leaves and others. And you've also seen the offense get hot at times. Obviously, have scored at least 10 runs in the last 4 games. The pitching staff's been working really well. Crucially, I think recently you've been finding the extra base hits as well, which is something that were evading the Stars for a while. And I think, you know, as I said, all signs are pointing to a hopefully successful run in Wichita.
It's a 3-2, and that is down. That was a 2-2. So full count now for Cooper Carter. And no, they're going to say that was ball 4. So leadoff walk for Cooper Carter. He's aboard for the second time.
You had it right.
Now batting for the Dodgers.
I have to say, this is a great ballpark. And the one downside, it can be really hard to read that scoreboard over there.
Yes, it can be.
Behind the chain link fence, especially from our position, right directly behind home plate.
So Hyman gives up a leadoff walk to Carter. Here's Charlie Potter. For the 4th time today, he's flown out to the outfield his first 3 times up. That's in the dirt, blocked by Gambo. Ball 1. And Nate, you mentioned the extra base hits. That's big. I mean, Santa Barbara, we said the number 7 with the triple, the home run, all the extra doubles. And seen a lot of quality starts, and you're in probably the best position that you could be in entering this tournament. You'll return a couple key guys, Easton Muma, Cole Chamberlain. Be rejoining the team that Easton's been consistently at the 3-hole at third. Chamberlain, him and Zane Becker have been the catchers, and here comes Bill Pintard. It's Josh falling behind 2-0 for Charlie Potter.
And obviously hoping mainly for those two guys. I mean, that they're able to pick up after the extended time off where they left off, you know. Those are 2 of the best hitters for the Stars. And it's easy to go cold over extended period of time away from the game, but if there's anyone that can come back hot, it's those 2. Looking forward to seeing them both in Wichita.
They just went home to the respective hometowns into the All-Star break, and really both those guys, especially Muma, he was played every day except, I believe, once, and then I think he was called on a pinch hit later on, and he was one of the men who had the biggest workload this season. Easton Muma, and we noted stapled in the 3 spot for Bill Pintard and at third base defensively.
And it's not easy to play in the 3-hole and at third base every single day. A very demanding position physically on the defensive side, and then the 3-hole hitter, you're expected to be the main guy driving in those runs.
Remains 2-0 for Potter. And hard hit into right, a base hit. Cooper Carter will just go down to second. A walk and now a single for the Dodgers in the 9th. I'll bring up Shane Grant. It's going to be a pinch hitter. It's going to be Dylan Shue.
Now batting for the Dodgers. Pinch hitting, number 10, Dylan Shue.
So here's Dylan Shue. We'll lift Shane Grant for a pinch hit as a pinch hitter. That's strike 1 from Heineman.
If Heineman's got the rest of his
Shue's at the plate. Dylan Simon is next. 0-1 pitch is away from Heineman. 1-1.
Big thing here to keep an eye on if Heineman remains in the 9th inning and is able to hold on to this lead. It would be a 3-inning save for the right-hander.
Next pitch is down for ball 2. We do see Goodcase now tossing for Santa Barbara. Third baseman Miller in just a fraction. Everyone else at double play depth. Comes a 2-1 pitch to Dylan Shue. Big cut. 2-2.
That's the way to come back. Heat on heat, and Shue just couldn't catch up to it on the big swing from the righty.
Comes a 2-2 pitch to Shue. Down. Full count. Third base open. The lead runner is Carter. Former Forester. At first is Potter. Big pitch here for Heineman. 3-2 pitch. Called strike 3, 1 away in the 9th.
Shue in disbelief.
Lee and Sons Plumbing and Heating.
Second strikeout of the day for Josh. 10th by Santa Barbara pitching.
Now batting for the Dodgers.
And Heineman looking for a ground ball to get out of this ball game and finish off the regular year with a win. It's the 34th game of the season for Santa Barbara, and appreciate you sticking with us throughout the entire year. Here at home and also on the road. First pitch is missing away, ball 1. Dylan Simon has got on base 3 times today, reaching twice on errors. So it's a walk and a stolen base. 1-0 pitch. Ball 2. Comes the 2-0 pitch to Simon. Fouled off. 2-1.
Crucial for Heineman to not get himself into a 3-0, 3-1 count here. Want to keep all options open.
With Goodcase Warman, we did see him yesterday throw an inning. Recently committed to Point Loma, but right now Heineman just thinking about inducing a ground ball. 2-1. Inside, ball 3.
It's actually sitting behind us. At one point today, we've always had, a rotating
Yes.
cast of pitchers each game tracking their teammates' pitches.
Third base open, 1 away. 3-1 pitch is missing upstairs. Ball 4, and that's going to load up the bases. Second walk of the inning for the Dodgers to go along with a hit. And for the 4th time today, Simon is aboard, 2 of which base on balls.
Got to tighten up for Heineman. Got to have that mindset that one ground ball ends it.
And then Santa Barbara will be off to Wichita. Those the guys flying out Wednesday. Some guys driving back. They have their vehicles here. But right now, it's Truett Ross. A fly ball into center. Mick Paul has a lot of ground to cover. Makes the play for the first out, but tagging from third base is Cooper Carter, and a sac fly will plate the first run of the day for the Dodgers with 2 down now in the 9th.
Crucially, you get that second out. You're just 1 away from entering the regular season. Heineman frustrated with himself, though.
So the sac fly plates the lone run of the day for the Dodgers. For runners now on the corners, it's going to be Cal Whiff. He's gone 0 for 2. He's been hit by a pitch, walk, bounced into a fielder's choice, and a fly out to left. Dodgers down to their final out and Stirs looking for one more good play. Popped up in the infield. It's going to be Heineman, called off by Hoover, and it will fall in foul territory. Strike 1.
So many guys went for that one. I do think if Whiff didn't get in the way of things, Caleb Hoover probably would have had that one.
But it's 0-1 for the shortstop, Cal Whiff. In Santa Barbara this season, we've seen some great baseball all the way through. This season started back on June 6th at Orange County. So 5 straight road games. Supposed to be 6, but then a cancellation. And Santa Barbara and the Forsters been such a tight unit all the way through. There's no one to whip. Runner from first is going to go. Indifference from Santa Barbara, 1-1.
Keep the lead runner over at third. Nice play by Gambardella.
Comes a 1-1 pitch to whip. Strike 2. And the Dodgers down to their final strike, and Heineman looking for one more strike to end the regular year. 2 down. The 1-2 pitch strikes him out, and Heineman picks up his 3rd K. And Santa Barbara take this one 14-1 and will conclude the regular season. And Santa Barbara's going to be off to Wichita and looking for their 11th NBC title.
Yeah, and the way this season has gone, man, I think this team has got a really, really good shot. Rolling in hot. The pitching staff was excellent. The bats were hot. You gotta like your chances, Hunter.
And I can concur with you just how tight this team is. And when you just see them around batting practice, you see how tight the pitchers are. Even all the pitchers cheering on Vince Gambardell, who had a great day. You can just see how tight these guys are. And if any team is able to push through some adversity, it's not going to be easy for any team that's going to win that tournament. They're going to have a good crack at it.
Yeah, and I wish them the best. I, unfortunately, will not be joining you in Wichita, Kansas. Wish you the best of luck. It's been an absolute honor to share this booth with you this summer,
man. It's been a fun time, Nate.
Learned a lot. Wishing you the best. A massive thanks to Bill and Christina for giving me the shot, and stir it up, man.
Been fun working with you, man. And final thoughts on the season for the Stirs going off?
It's been a great season. It's been an absolutely phenomenal season. And I wish these guys the best. They're going to be in a great position here, I'd say.
Once again, the final score 14-1, and the Forsters will end the regular season 24-9, their overall record. And we'd like to say thank you for everyone sticking around throughout this season, watching our broadcasts here at home and also on the road. We appreciate you. The boys on the field also appreciate all the support back home. So all, wherever you may be. They'll be off to Wichita next week and looking for an NBC title. And you can listen to Bill Pintard.
You guys were great. The fans, you were wonderful. Our interns, led by Miss Songer, she was awesome. Give her a hand. It takes the whole village, our board of directors, all their work, and you fans. You guys were great, and we really appreciate you for being here. We won the Southern Division of our league the other day, and I really want to thank this group of players right here. These guys, their character is beyond reproach, their integrity, the way they care about each other, they're winners. And now we're going to go back to Wichita, and we're going to try to win you guys a championship. And I was very excited that I won the raffle, and we're going to donate it back. Thank you very much. We'll see you next year.
I don't know if you caught that on the microphone, folks, but Bill Pintard just made the prediction saying we hope we can bring you back a championship.
Santa Barbara time, stir it up on tenor.
And a great way to end the regular year for the Santa Barbara Forsters. They'll be off to Kansas and see what they can do. And you can just tell how tight this group of guys is. And great to see. Nate, it's been a pleasure working with you. Thanks for sitting with me, and good working with you this season.
Absolutely, Hunter. The same can be said for you.
Once again, the final score, 14-1. Forsters take it over the Dodgers. Regular years come to a close. And for the entire team, the entire staff, for Nate Martin, all of the support staff here at Santa Barbara High School, I'm Hunter Shemek saying so long from Santa Barbara. We'll see you in Kansas. The Stirs look for their 11th NBC title.
Thank you.